Red Bull is acting fast when it comes to promoting Arvid Lindblad. They appear ready to request a super license exemption from the FIA, similar to the one that helped Antonelli get through. Clearly, the Austrian team wants to bring Lindblad up to Formula One as soon as possible. However, with Max Verstappen facing penalty points, Red Bull is more cautious than usual. Verstappen currently holds 11 out of the 12 penalty points that would trigger a race ban. If Lindblad manages to get his super license early, could he replace Verstappen during a possible suspension? And if not, what are the likely options for the team, including the possibility of Isaac Hadjar stepping in? Red Bull has plenty to handle. Right now, not only because of the uncertainty around Verstappen's penalty points, but also due to their ongoing search for a reliable driver in the second seat. Discussions with the FIA about Lindblad's license suggest the team is planning ahead. FIA has clarified that granting Lindblad's license has nothing to do with Verstappen's penalty situation. They just want to make sure Lindblad can join F1 sooner. A meeting is scheduled next week in Macau where this will be discussed. The outcome will be important for Red Bull's future. Even though this isn't connected directly to Verstappen's penalties, many questions remain about Red Bull's strategy. One big issue for Red Bull is that the second driver's seat hasn't been secured long-term yet. Lindblad might play a crucial role in deciding who fills that spot. If Verstappen ends up banned for a race, with 2 of his penalty points set to expire on June 30th, Lindblad could step in as the temporary replacement. It's a complex situation, and much is happening behind the scenes that we don't fully know about. But if Verstappen does face a suspension, Lindblad would likely be the one to take over for that race weekend. Although this is a rare scenario, Red Bull wants to be ready in advance. A safer alternative might be promoting Isaac Hadjar to Red Bull's main team and moving Lindblad to the Junior Racing Bulls team for experience. However, reports close to the team suggest this is not a likely plan at the moment. Perhaps the team hasn't fully explored this option yet. Hadjar has shown promise this season, scoring points in 5 of the 9 races so far in 2025. He also qualified 5th in Monaco, making him the first rookie to do so since Hamilton, which highlights his rapid progress. Some wonder why Hadjar isn't being promoted to Red Bull's main team. After all, he currently has twice as many points as Tsunoda, who races for Red Bull's sister team. But this creates a problem. The seat next to Verstappen doesn't look ready for a newcomer right now. Looking back at the start of the season, after the first 2 races, Tsunoda had 3 points, while Hadjar had none. Now, after 9 races, Hadjar has 21 points compared to Tsunoda's 10. The car itself has better potential, but if you're not Max Verstappen, it's hard to get the most out of it. Another option for Red Bull could be Liam Lawson. Some might think he doesn't understand the car well, but he's only been judged on 2 races so far. Right now, he's the only driver with experience in the RB21, apart from Tsunoda and Verstappen. Lawson's 4 points since being moved to the Racing Bulls suggest he might be a safer choice than Lindblad or Hadjar, especially when it comes to long-term plans. The arrival of Lindblad may reduce Lawson's chances in the team. However, in his 2 races with Red Bull, including a sprint race in China, Lawson showed very little pace. It's true he needs more time to adjust, but finishing 20th twice purely on performance is a concern. The team needs to try out new ideas, and Lawson might not fit perfectly into that plan right now. This could be why Red Bull might consider giving Lindblad a chance for a single race in the RB21. Although risky, Lindblad is proving to be a strong driver in Formula 2 at the moment. Although Lindblad hasn't won the Formula 3 championship, he is currently competing in Formula 2 this year. That alone doesn't guarantee success in Formula 1, but his performance so far is impressive. We've seen something similar with Antonelli, who wasn't a top competitor in Formula 2 but was being prepared for Formula 1 by Mercedes. The main issue with Lindblad's promotion is the super license requirement. FIA rules state that drivers must be at least 18 to compete in F1 and must have a super license. This rule came into effect largely because of Verstappen's early entry into F1. However, exceptions can be made if a younger driver shows outstanding skill and maturity in a recognized championship like Formula 2. Lindblad earned enough points on his super license before turning 18 and is currently third in the Formula 2 standings as a rookie. He has 2 wins this season, one in Barcelona's feature race and another in the sprint race at Jeddah. Based on these qualifications, Red Bull's request for an exemption is likely to be accepted, just as it was for Antonelli and Mercedes. The key question now is what the team will do with this opportunity. Right now, Red Bull faces a tricky situation. There are 3 drivers competing for just 2 seats, and soon the team will have to decide if Lindblad will become a full-time Formula 1 driver. Suppose Lindblad replaces Verstappen for one weekend if Verstappen receives that race ban. This would give Lindblad a chance to show his abilities, although judging a driver based on just one race is tough. For instance, if we only looked at Hadjar's first race in Australia, where he crashed during the formation lap, we wouldn't see his true potential. Red Bull needs to make some important choices soon. Tsunoda's future with the team seems uncertain because his performance hasn't met expectations. Red Bull is searching for a driver who can push the car to its limits like Verstappen does. Verstappen himself has said he can't guarantee Tsunoda will keep the second seat in 2026. He also mentioned that Tsunoda needs to improve quickly if he wants to stay in the team. Verstappen spoke more about Tsunoda's future, saying, "It's early days for Yuki. He's still getting comfortable with the car. He's made it into Q3, scored some points, even after starting from the pit lane. He's had a few mistakes too, so there's still work to do." He added that the team will give Tsunoda time and support to find confidence in the car, which is key to performing well. "He's fast," Verstappen said, "but he needs to bring everything together." This situation makes it interesting to see who Red Bull will choose if Verstappen is banned for a race, and more importantly, what changes they will make for the 2026 season. So far, the driver lineup for 2025 looks stable, but with Red Bull, things can change quickly. Given all this, what do you think the team will do? Would Lindblad be a better option than Hadjar for a one-race replacement? Share your thoughts in the comments. Looking at the bigger picture, Red Bull has a lot riding on their decisions. Verstappen's penalty points add pressure, and the second driver's seat is far from settled. Lindblad's potential early promotion could shift the team dynamics, but there are still many questions. The team has to weigh the benefits of giving Lindblad a chance against the risks of promoting a young driver so soon. Meanwhile, Hadjar's steady progress and Lawson's experience offer alternatives, but neither seems guaranteed to take that second seat permanently just yet. Behind the scenes, Red Bull is carefully watching how these drivers perform and will likely base their future choices on who can consistently match Verstappen's pace and bring results. For fans, this means an exciting time ahead with many possibilities on the horizon. The 2025 season might hold surprises when in conclusion, Red Bull is facing a challenging situation with their driver lineup. Verstappen's penalty points are creating uncertainty, and the choice for the second seat remains open. Lindblad's possible early entry into Formula 1 is an important development, but the team must balance risk and opportunity carefully. The decision will impact not only the rest of the 2025 season, but also shape Red Bull's strategy moving forward into 2026. Whether they choose to bring Lindblad in for a race or continue with their current drivers, the team will be looking to maintain their competitive edge. For now, the spotlight is on Red Bull's next moves and how these choices will affect their championship hopes. Fans will be watching closely as the season unfolds, waiting to see who steps up when it matters most. Thank you for following this update. Feel free to share your thoughts and predictions about Red Bull's driver decisions in the comments below.